Okay guys, this camera is really giving me a lot of trouble. I really shouldn't complain because it only cost me $20 and I've used it quite a bit. Good thing is I bought two of them. It's 6:40 by the way, it's 6:45, so I gotta start wrapping things up. The weather turned out really nicely. I saw a high of 73. The weather said it was going to be a high of 74. That's all right. That's all right. Right now it's 72, so it took a 1-degree drop, and I feel it. But I'm beating myself up, man. So really tired, and I got a big meeting tomorrow at 9. It's not about work, so I'm not looking for work. Just so you guys know. I've been in contact with Dave Voss. He had a humongous storm come through, and it's probably just a normal storm for the people in Florida. But guys, it was pretty nasty. I'll post the link to the YouTube video that he sent me. It was pretty crazy. But hey, they have this every year. I wouldn't mind experiencing it once. You know, rent a big old squirrel. He's eating up all my black walnuts. But I wouldn't mind experiencing that in like a 4-wheel drive truck, so it won't flip over. Put a bunch of sandbags in the back and just go for it. So there really isn't hardly any wind to speak of. You can see a little bit of movement in the trees. Still overcast, which was predicted. Yes, I cleaned the stalls, let the horses out, fed them, gave them water. There's another squirrel. See, so the big squirrels are coming in now because of all the walnuts. So I'm gonna have to start grabbing some before they eat it all. I got dirt for these pots, by the way. And Meyer is selling some kind of plants that come back every year. And what it is, it's a tightly bound plant. The green is pretty tightly bound, and it's like mums, and I'm thinking they're mums. So I'd like to, but do mums? Do mums come back every year? I'll Google it. They'll tell me. But I want to load my flower pots full of flowers, and ones that I can set it and forget it, right? Kathy told me how to put drain holes in there. On one, I mistakenly put a drain hole on the bottom by mistake. So I got to somehow, I have an idea. I might just put containers in the bottom of it, like right here. Let me show you. Because what happens if you put a drain hole in the bottom, everything drains out. And then, that ain't cool. But if you put a drain hole about right here, about this high, the plants will come, the dirt will be right up to the top of this. The plants will go down, and the water, they'll remain in dry sand, dirt, but they still have water down below. So what I'll do is I'll drill a hole about this high, and then the water, or a little bit lower, the water will stay in there. See right here, I got this hole in here. I'm not going to tell you how I did that, but what I can do is I can put some containers, plastic containers, in here about this high. That way the water will stay that high. And I'll do the same with this one here. Pop a little hole on the side there. Same with those. Pretty good idea, man. The water stays in there, but it doesn't flood the plants. Who would have thought? Well, she did, obviously. So I had a lot of problems trying to figure out, and I told you all about that, problems with, got to make sure the camera's still recording, with putting the transmission cooling lines into the transmission, because once it was installed into the car, there simply was no way I could get at the bolts. So I complained about it to Zane. I said, dude, man, I don't understand. How am I supposed to take that thing out? And he says, well, drop the transmission. Yo, Dirk, drop the transmission. So I dropped the transmission. I dropped it about 2 inches maybe. And then I was able to get into there. I know you guys don't watch this whole stupid video, but this is good for me. I removed the exhaust system. Then I dropped the transmission about 1.25 inches. And I still have if I need to go lower, I can by loosening these cross member bolts. That'll drop it down to the floor. No, it'll drop it down as much as the motor mounts will allow. And right now I can see the the header is right up against this frame, so obviously it can't be that low. So now I have access to it. So right now I'm tightening up the top one. I tightened up the bottom fitting already. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's really tight in there. I wiggle my finger here. And then the other one is here, the top one. I'm tightening that up right now. I kind of dinged up the flaring there, but I think I'm going to be okay. It's aluminum. Aluminum might be a little bit more forgiving than steel, but why they made it out of aluminum, I don't know. To me, that seems a little weird because aluminum is soft. Yeah, they have tooling aluminum, which is really, really hard, but we'll have to just deal with it. So let me see how far I get tonight, and make sure you're still recording. Yes, you are. Yeah, the place is a mess. Look, I got everything laying everywhere. 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 Oh, I also got this on. I didn't realize it till after I was pretty much done with destroying one end one time. Actually, I had them both on there, totally destroyed both ends. But this thing right here, this ferrule, gets screwed onto this braided wire, reverse thread. You know, if you don't know that, you know, you could struggle till this country is communist. So, which might not be that long. But, so reversing the thread on this thing, you know, running this thing backwards with a drill motor, I was able to suck that steel right up into there totally, and then drive this part right here into that, spreading the braided steel and rubber into the threads. Pretty cool. It's got a flare, just shoves everything apart. Yes, I'm happy camper. Let's see. On the other side, when I say the other side, I'm talking the radiator side. You're not going to be able to see it, but there is a fitting right here. See my finger wiggling? Just the fingertip, index finger. It's really dark. But I'm shoving these in. These are barbed. Like Barb Twilight. Remember the Barb Twilight? Anybody? Barb Twilight. She was an inspector at Keeler Brass in the furniture area, Godfrey plant, and she, whoa, what in the world? Humongous spider. Well, they eat bugs, so I can't complain. Anyway, I just thought of her, Barb. So I'm shoving these into here, grease them up, shove it on there, and put two. Spinning while I'm talking. Put two fittings on there. This is 3/8, and this is for a 3/8 hose. So I'll just have to tape it so I don't get all these little needles sticking out. Man, it's horrible. Shove this in here, and then run that onto the screw it onto the radiator. See, it does go in. I just need to get a good grip of it. Not a problem. So, life is good, guys. It's happening. I'm just hoping with these, I just need to know whether it's this or 90 degrees that I'm putting on there. I just got to make sure there's enough room, because these things take up a lot of room. There'll be enough room. Sure, Dirk, sure. Wishful thinking. I'll probably use, I got 45 and 90 degrees. I'm thinking I'm probably going to use the I'm going to use the 90 degrees. That'll hug the fitting close to the transmission. Otherwise, I will have, why are you looking at me? Look up there. Otherwise, you'll have problems. Or as they say in Spain, in Mexico, problemo. Wir haben Problemo. Du hast Problemos. Anyway. That's where I'm at, guys. And I feel like I did good. Now, my total morning will be shot tomorrow. So, just one of those things. So let me wrap this up quickly. And I'll tell you how I finished up, maybe. Steve Sanger, stop on by. I know you're busy. I mean, you still work. Plus you got a family and you got a farm. You know, I can't expect you to come over here and help me. I appreciate that you'd want to do that. But yeah, you a busy man. I got dirty today. And why? Well, because my hands had to go into really tight places. Everything's real tight in there, and I got all dirty. So, which means I'll have to wash up, and maybe Kat will have some food for me. I mowed the grass Friday and Saturday last week, and with this rain, I got to do it again. Nice thing is, it's going to go quickly. So, another thing I'd like to do tomorrow, I was thinking about doing it today, is, I don't know if you can see right there, I got a long split rail fence, probably 250 feet of split rail fence. I have to measure it one of these days, but and the posts are rotting, but I'm trying to keep them as long as I can. And then I have a whole bunch of spare posts and rails in my shed, and every once in a while I swap some out. But I mean, some of them really need to be replaced, but I got a trick to kind of hide. You know, I just don't look too close to my fence, and don't cough near it either, because your breath will, you know, your not your breath, but your got to make sure that the thing is still recording. Your wind will knock it over. It's for looks. It's not to hold in a bull or anything. So I'm going to call it quits. I'm just going to tighten up that one fitting inside the transmission, and then call it quits for today. So, which means, I don't know if you can see it, but I got the lawnmower out there. That's got to come into the barn. I didn't put it in yet last night, but nobody stole it. How about that? So another thing I like to do, I was texting Dave. He's got a small kitchen. He's got a kitchen, a full house kitchen inside, but in between his house and his garage / patio, screened-in patio, he's got a walkway. I guess you call it a breezeway, and it's part of the house. You know, it's totally covered. He does his laundry there, and he's also putting a kitchen there, a little small kitchen with a smoker and a grill. How cool is that? So I told him, you know, I'd like to figure out something where I can actually just have a roof, but it's got to look decent, right in front of this shop, and I can, you know, wheel the stuff outside and work outside too. In the summer, I mean, you know, in the shade. Yeah. Wishful thinking all the time. It's, you know, you got to dream, otherwise you're going to just sit in front of the TV or computer all day long and really not get any exercise. I know a lot of people, they like to read, but reading is cool, but you start, wasting yourself away. Oh, I didn't get much sleep last night, guys, so I'm going to I went to bed really late. I was hung up on some cool YouTube videos. Oh, you guys hear that bird? Anyway, it sounded like a bird, or it could have been a squirrel, I don't know. So, that's where I'm at, guys. Be cool. And to my Dutch friends and family, tot ziens. And to my Indonesian friends, I don't know how to say see you later, but I know how to say hi. It's apa kabar. Apa kabar. Apa kabar. Tot ziens. See you later. Hasta la vista. Is that Spanish? I don't know. If you guys are watching this far into this video, you guys are crazy. So I'll see you guys. Bye.